Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you all so much for joining. This is my SmackDown review. You know, I want to be honest with you. SmackDown, to me, at least, was okay. I'm not trying to make it sound like, oh, I'm favoring SmackDown. But, when I watch SmackDown, I don't get as angry. I think that's the thing that I think you people, there's one thing that I think the people need to understand. When I watch SmackDown, I don't really get angry. I don't really get that angry whenever I watch SmackDown. Because to me, it's not just because it's my favorite show or my favorite brand, but it's more because SmackDown isn't 3 hours. It's not 3 hours. We don't have to sit through 3 hours of nauseating crap. That is one of the reasons, because at least SmackDown doesn't give us 3 hours of nauseating crap, and SmackDown should remain 2 hours. It should never ever be 3 hours. And at least SmackDown, to me, is somewhat enjoyable. I don't want to really go overboard and say, oh, it's absolutely enjoyable, I love watching it every week, because when I was doing that before, people were questioning my logic. Were questioning, oh, how is SmackDown good, but you bash Raw? Well, I'm sorry that I can't sit through 3 hours of boring, repetitive, same matches every week! I'm glad you people can. I sure as hell can't. If you find that enjoyable on Monday Night Raw, watching shitty matches every week, then I don't know what the hell to tell you. Listening to cringy promos from Ronda Rousey and Nia Jax, that's enjoyable. At least here on SmackDown Live, you at least get somewhat enjoyment. I know some people will still say SmackDown was bad. That's fine. To me, it's okay. I only gave it an okay because I don't really want to go overboard and say it was good. It was okay. We had Becky Lynch returning. At least that's an up at least. And she's got a new graphic that says, I am the man. I wonder how long that graphic will last, because if she loses her Women's Championship, you may as well not give her that graphic. So she has a new graphic that says I am the man, which doesn't really look all that impressive. It's just black with white writing. And then we get Charlotte Flair. Now, complaint number one here is, of course, Charlotte Flair gets granted a title shot. Doesn't have to throw a punch, and she's given a title shot. Of course. Typical Charlotte Flair, getting everything handed to her without her throwing a punch. And this is why people do not like Charlotte. Charlotte, it happens all the time. I've said I do like Charlotte. I've said that many times before. And I've said that people give Charlotte a hard time because she does get handed title shots, but people give her a hard time because she's always in these matches. But with the match they're giving us at TLC is actually going to be really good. The first ever female TLC match. And to me, I think that is going to be really, really good. I'm not saying at all this match is going to be bad. I think this match is going to be absolutely brilliant. I think this match is going to be good. At least I hope so. It's a TLC match. You would at least hope it's good. Now, one other thing I get confused with when it comes to TLC matches is that when you play the games, the TLC matches are always set to the rules where you have to climb a ladder and retrieve your prize to win the match. But for some reason in real life, you can either win by pinfall or submission. At least they should give us, what rule are they going with here? Are they going with the climb the ladder to retrieve the title, or are they going to go with the pinfall situation? Well, since Braun Strowman and Baron Corbin is pretty much the pinfall situation, you should give these two the climb the ladder option. But it's not just Charlotte versus Becky Lynch, because then they announce a 9-women battle royal, all the women on SmackDown Live pretty much, to compete in a battle royal, and whoever wins that is going to be added to the championship match at TLC in the first ever all-women's triple threat TLC. First ever. Sorry, not all women's. First ever women's TLC match. And I think that is brilliant. I don't think there's ever been a triple threat TLC match for the men. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think there has been a men's triple threat TLC. I think they've only been tag teams and normal, one-on-one. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, the Usos versus the Bar. Oh, finally, something different. Finally, something different and something... Finally, something different at least. See? SmackDown Live gave us a different match tonight. What did Monday Night Raw give us yesterday? The Revival versus the Lucha House Party and Bobby Roode and Chad Gable versus AOP. Something we already saw last week. Monday Night Raw gives you repetitive matches, while SmackDown Live finally gives you something refreshing and new. Finally, the New Day are out of the title picture, at least for the time being. So we got the Usos versus the Bar in a really good tag team match, and the Usos pin the tag team champions, and they didn't have the big slow with them. So, and of course that's going to be the excuse that the Bar are going to make. Or that's going to be the excuse that WWE are going to have the Bar make. Oh, we didn't have the Big Show by our side. So, it's just a typical... That is a typical heel thing. When their manager's around, they tend to win. They always win by outside interference. But when their manager is not there, they lose. It happens all the time. So since the Big Show is not there, obviously the Bar were going to lose. So the Bar lose. New Day. Usos get the victory. And it seems like they're going to get a tag team title match. Good. At least good, because the Usos are probably the only team right now that are logical enough to challenge for the tag team titles. And please, can you guys start building up your other tag teams, like Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows and Sanity, please? Can you start building them up and start giving them TV time? Why send these people? Why move Gallows and Anderson from Raw to SmackDown if you're not going to do anything with them? Same thing with Sanity. Why call them up if you're going to do nothing with them? You gave Sanity their own promo package, right? You gave Sanity a promo package, and look at what you've done to them. Is the same fate going to happen with Lars Sullivan? This guy gets a promo package, but he gets nowhere. If I were WWE, I would save Lars Sullivan's debut until next year. They should not have him appear at all at the end of 2018. They should have him debut at the Royal Rumble. If they really wanted to, they could have him debut at the Royal Rumble, or save him until the start of the new year. I would not have Lars Sullivan appear on Raw or SmackDown until next year. I would actually have Lars Sullivan choose what brand he wants to be on. You don't tell him what brand he goes on. We should have him appear on both shows at one point, and then he makes a decision on where he wants to go. That is what I would do with Lars Sullivan. But, You know, he's an NXT talent. I really doubt. I really don't know if he's actually going to succeed on the main roster. I hope so, at least for Lars Sullivan's sake. But I don't know. But we'll have to wait and see. But that is what I would do. I would save him until next year. We had AJ Styles make his return as well. We had AJ Styles return, and he promises to defeat the new Daniel Bryan. Some people that I've been listening to, some of these people believe that Daniel Bryan is used in a transitional champion-like role. You know, but you know, I want to agree with that. Well, I actually kind of want to disagree. Like, why? But at the same time, though, if this does happen, why would you go through the heel turn? If Daniel Bryan is going to be used as a transitional champion, why go through the heel turn? Why turn him heel and why introduce this new Daniel Bryan, a new character to Daniel Bryan, if you're just going to take the title away from him? Honestly, AJ Styles, at this point in his career, he should be done with the WWE Championship. There's no reason for him to be getting another. Well, he has the rights to a rematch. He has the rights to the rematch, which is something I understand completely. He has the rights to his rematch, but the one thing I think I would prefer Daniel Bryan to stay WWE Champion at least a bit longer. You know, at least have him champion longer. You know, at least give this guy a run. And let's not forget, this is a title. And you guys need to remember, this is you guys need to remember, this is something that WWE need to think about here when it comes to AJ Styles. He doesn't need a title anymore. You know, there's actually something I want to talk about in an upcoming video that I've really been wanting to talk about. I'll give it a bit of a quick promotion here. There's a video I'm thinking about on the weekend. It's gonna be called My Ideas for 2019, and yeah, that's one of my new video ideas coming up on the weekend, whether it's Saturday or Sunday. But at the same time, though, I can do it whenever I want because now I'm now free on the holidays. So I got that video idea because there's actually a few things that I would do in 2019 if it was up to me. So just to give that video a bit of attention for you people to keep an eye on. My ideas for 2019. I'll probably even make a thumbnail for it and put it up on my Twitter so that you people can, you know, see me promoting it. Because I'm going to promote this this new video idea that I'm coming up with. Anyway, back to AJ Styles. In my opinion, this guy has done everything he's ever had to do on SmackDown. And you know, when I hear AJ Styles utter the words, "This is where I belong," on SmackDown Live, the more I kind of believe him. The more I believe him, because I don't want to see AJ Styles on Monday Night Raw. Even though I know for a fact that WWE would want, or Vince McMahon, I know Vince McMahon would want AJ Styles on Raw, but I think AJ Styles is a SmackDown guy. To me, he's a SmackDown guy. WWE can't take AJ Styles away from SmackDown. If you're going to give, if Vince McMahon is going to send AJ Styles to Raw, then he has to send one of his big guns to SmackDown Live. You can't trade AJ Styles to Raw for a Zack Ryder or for a Mojo Rawley. If you're gonna send AJ Styles to Raw, you give SmackDown a Seth Rollins or a Roman Reigns or a Braun Strowman. You give them someone, you give them a big name. A big name for a big name. That is how it should work. But AJ Styles, he promises to take back the WWE Championship. If Daniel Bryan is a transitional champion, then I will have a bit of an issue with it. But again, it's like I said, if he's going to be a transitional champion, why go through with the heel turn? Anyway, I'm going to move on, because I've been talking a bit too long in this segment. Shinsuke Nakamura. It seems like he's finally going to have a feud with someone for the United States Championship. He attacks Rusev before their match. Now, I did see this clip on YouTube, and when Rusev's graphics came up, they forgot to check. They still had Shinsuke Nakamura's side graphics on the corners. You know, on the entrance ramp, they still had Shinsuke Nakamura's graphics on the corner. They had Happy Rusev Day up the top and the Bulgarian thing down the bottom, but they didn't change the Shinsuke Nakamura graphics on the corners. They eventually did, but I actually laughed my ass off at that because I thought that was very funny. So, Rusev gets attacked by Shinsuke. Also, what was the point in breaking up Rusev Day? I was a big fan of the Aiden English and Rusev dynamic. Those two were so great at what they did. Rusev is now bland. Where was Lana? Where was Lana? I thought he was paired up with Lana. So he comes out and Lana's not there. Oh. She was preparing for that big battle royal. That would have been your counter. Oh, she was preparing for the battle royal, Patrick. So what? How could she be there for Rusev if she's preparing for a huge opportunity to become women's champion? So if I was paired up with someone, I would still be there for them, even if I'm preparing for a match. But either way, Shinsuke attacks Rusev before their match even began. So I'm guessing this is now a feud over the United States Championship. You know what? Screw this. If this is... You know what? Screw it. Give the US title to Rusev. Shinsuke Nakamura, to me, has done nothing with the United States Championship since he's won that title. He has not feuded with anyone. He hasn't feuded with anyone besides Jeff Hardy since he won the United States Championship. Why have him hold the title and you're not going to put him in a feud with anybody? Since July, which that was when Extreme Rules was, because that is when Nakamura won the United States Championship. Since July, he's had no one to feud with. After SummerSlam, I should say, because he had a match with Jeff Hardy. Then after that, he was nowhere. We all thought Randy Orton was gonna be a part of the feud, but Randy Orton didn't get involved in the whole feud. I thought Randy Orton would have wanted revenge to get back his United States Championship, since he technically was never pinned to lose it. Technically, Randy Orton wasn't pinned to lose that title. I still remember. It was WrestleMania. Jinder Mahal pinned Rusev. So Randy Orton didn't lose his title. Didn't even lose his title by pinfall. He still lost it, but he didn't lose it by pinfall. Again, he wasn't pinned. But it seems like WWE now thinking Randy Orton is bigger than the United States Championship, which he is. He is bigger than the United States Championship. But, at least it would have made sense to the story. But, no. Shinsuke Nakamura has done nothing with the United States Championship. So if this is the first feud that they're actually giving Shinsuke, why not have Rusev win? Have Rusev win the United States Championship. I'm tired of Nakamura being the champion. Nakamura is failing as a heel because WWE aren't doing anything with him. And honestly, Nakamura, he's not the same anymore. He's not the same anymore. They took away what made Nakamura special. They took away what made Nakamura special, and that is WWE's fault. Samoa Joe, he crashed Jeff Hardy's 20th anniversary celebration. Michael Cole was apparently allowed on SmackDown territory, even though they just had Survivor Series. That definitely makes a lot of sense. No, it doesn't. But he was probably there just to celebrate with Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy celebrates his 20-year anniversary, and congratulations on your 20th anniversary, Jeff Hardy. Very, very well done that he's been in WWE for 20 years, or being in wrestling for 20 years. Congratulations, man. Then we had Samoa Joe interrupt, and I saw Woken, or Matt Hardy, I shouldn't call him Woken, Matt Hardy. I saw Matt Hardy's tweet, and he called Samoa Joe the Joe of Samoa, which that was pretty funny. So, the Joe of Samoa interrupted, and seems like they're going to have a feud now. For what reason? I've got no freaking clue. Samoa Joe is another one of those guys that WWE refused to put a title on. And I don't understand why. They just can't put a title on Samoa Joe. That United States Championship will look good around him. Randy Orton once again viciously attacked Rey Mysterio. I wish the feud was over last week, but it seems like they're continuing it. I don't know what's the point of it. I don't know what's the point of this. Why would you have Randy Orton attack Rey Mysterio when he just proved his point? He took his mask. What else does he need to do? What else does he need to do to Rey Mysterio to prove his point? Last week, he said that he was going to make the people fear him and give them shock look on their faces for what he's going to do to Rey Mysterio, and he did that. What does he need to keep doing what he's doing with Rey Mysterio? I know it's prolonging the feud and it's giving him more, but what else would he need to do? That's just what I'm asking. What else does he need to do to pretty much prove that he can beat Rey Mysterio? He's already proven he can beat him. TLC should be the closing part of the feud. That's all I'm saying. And then finally we had the 9-women Battle Royal. And the winner of that will get added to the TLC match. And I already knew who was going to win this. I'm being serious. I'm not saying this just to be a smart ass. I'm being legit serious. I already knew who was going to win this match when the announcement was made. I knew Asuka was going to win because she was the only one that made sense. But I was going to say, I wish it was someone other than Asuka. I wish it was someone other than Asuka because at least you would give them something to do. But then at the same time, giving it to someone like a Peyton Royce or Billie Kay or even bloody Mandy Rose, people don't think they're ready. People don't think they're ready. Well, I'm sorry. That's WWE's fault for not booking them correctly because they would be ready if Vince McMahon actually gave a shit about them and actually booked their characters better and actually gave them victories on SmackDown Live. Maybe they would be ready. But no. Look, I'm okay with Asuka. I'm not saying having Asuka in there is a bad idea. It's a great idea. It makes it better. At least the match will be a lot better with Asuka being in there. This is WWE's last chance with Asuka. Now, I know people prefer Becky Lynch to be champion, but in my opinion, I think this is WWE's last chance to do the right thing with Asuka. I think it's time to give Asuka what she deserves. She's gone through hell this year. She lost her streak, she had to lose to Carmella, and, and she got squashed by Nia Jax at Survivor Series. So, give this woman what she deserves. Honestly, Becky Lynch is now too good. Becky Lynch is now too good for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Everyone was complaining about how Becky Lynch never got a title reign. Now she's in the title picture, and now she's too good for it. And now she's above that. Now she's above the SmackDown Women's Championship. She's now above the SmackDown Women's Championship. And guess what? Now all the fans believe Becky Lynch should be moved on to Ronda Rousey and get the Raw Women's Championship. How funny is that? Everyone was begging for her to be the champion. They get what they want. And now people are claiming that Becky Lynch is now too good for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Wowee. Do I agree that Becky Lynch is too good for the SmackDown Women's Championship? Well, she hasn't really beaten everybody. She's only been beating up Charlotte Flair. I know no one else is ready. So you may as well just say Asuka's her only legit opponent outside of Charlotte. Now listen, like I said, I think this triple threat TLC match, I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to be a great match. And hopefully, and in my opinion, Asuka or Becky should win this match. Not Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair should not be anywhere near that championship, but of course, she is. She's a Flair. She's always got to be near championship gold. I'm never a fan of wrestlers who get handed title shots. Anyway, this video's gone on long enough as it is. It's almost approaching 30 minutes. So that's going to be the end of this review. I hope you guys did enjoy it. Hit thumbs up if you guys did enjoy. Comment your opinions down below as well. And be sure to follow me on my social media at pvalentine95 as well. And I'm going to be getting ready to start promote my new video coming soon. See you guys then.